President of Barbados, Her Excellency, Most Honorable Dame Sandra Mason, Prime Minister of Barbados, the Honorable Mia Amor Montley, Minister of Education, the Honorable Kay McConney, Chief Education Officer, Military Advisor to the Chief of Staff, Lieutenant Colonel Carlos Lovell, Executive of CAPSS, principals, heads of delegations, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to this 29th Biennial Conference of the Caribbean Association of Principals of Secondary Schools. We were last physically together in 2019, and so much has occurred since then. The measured walk that we were taking into educational technology became a mad scramble as we responded to a worldwide pandemic that caused a new modality for schooling. There were also interruptions and adjustments caused by natural events that bear the unmistakable signature of climate change. We, as principals, found ourselves at the center of these changes, learning as we led. Our practice during this period became typified by the mantra, adjust, adapt, and overcome. All of our students, our teachers, our parents looked to us for assurance and direction. We had to be the calm hand at the rudder. We adapted and learned how to manage schools from remote locations, coordinate collection and distribution of devices. We adjusted learning to communicate with our parents, staff, and ministry and various stakeholders in the digital space. We overcame by forming a community of practice through our Thoughtful Thursdays and staged our 2021 conference totally online in the digital modality. Since 2022, we have been back in the physical classroom, faced with new adjustments. The experience changed not only us, but our clientele. Our students now come to us with greater expectations of what education can be. We must also face the reality that our divergent circumstances have meant that some learning gaps have become greater. As leaders, we must again be at the forefront of the identification of strategies to redress these and implement them in a manner that suits our individual plans. It is with this challenge in mind that we chose the theme for this conference. The challenges faced have shown us that we have to reimagine what education must be if we are to continue to drive regional progress and development. The best of what has served us in the past must be retained while we embrace new technologies, learning styles, and instructional strategies. We must retool ourselves not only to use ICT and other innovations, but to become the flexible and responsive leaders needed to reposition our people to be competitive in the emerging economic activity that will be created as we attempt to lessen the impact of climate change and broaden service-based economic activity. As we seek to recover learning loss, we must think not from a position of returning to where we were pre-COVID, but to alleviate the gaps that existed prior. We have to devise more equitable systems that provide equal opportunity for all the students we service. We must be guided by the fact that the monkey will be able to climb trees and swim, but the fish will only ever be able to swim. Our systems, therefore, must allow the fish to swim steadfastly to its goals, while the monkey will choose a mix of modalities to reach his. It is a conversation that has started in Barbados as we set about systemic reform by reimagining education. I am thankful that our Prime Minister and Minister of Education saw the need to support this conference so that the conversation can also be had among us, the regional practitioners. Education has always driven this region's development and its people's social mobility, and will continue to do so, albeit now through the creation of a flexible entrepreneurial class. As school leaders, it will be our job to create that class. At this point, I wish to invite all of you to enjoy our hospitality and maximize the conference and what you gain from it. I wish on your behalf to thank our patron, Her Excellency the Most Honorable Dame Sandra Mason, the President of Barbados, who has always been a friend to Barbadian education. She indicated when we invited her to the closing ceremony that she would want to be a part of the entire conference, and we thank you, ma'am. I wish, on your behalf, to provide her with a small token of appreciation and say thank you, Your Excellency, for your continued support. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 29th Biennial Conference of the Caribbean Association of Principals of Secondary Schools.